Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Albert? Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting from April 15th.
Rush. Carmine will second.
Any discussion on that? If not, have a vote, please.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. I don't think we have anything for showcase tonight, so we'll move on to item 5, public participation. Anybody has something to bring before the board? If not, reports of the treasurer. Have a motion to accept those, please.
Rush.
Second?
Stryker?
Anything you'd like to say on this, Brian? I didn't know if you wanted to go over the 5 reports.
We can. So you saw that the income tax came in higher than we had projected, which does help. But in the forecast, when we did the forecast in October, we were showing deficit in the third year out. And so ODE contacted us, and Mr. Rush was the president at the time, so Mr. Rush and Mrs. Penzarski and I had to work on a plan to try to get our forecast back in line. And so we showed that we were going to move capital expenditures into the permanent improvement fund as much as possible. And we were hoping to decrease some of our personnel expense by attrition. We were hoping to not have to replace one teacher and one classified next year. And we were hoping to possibly eliminate 3 to 5 in the next year. But since then, we had a 15% increase in our insurance in our March premium, and another 19% will be for our July premium. So that is not making the forecast look healthy.
So we've had an increase in income tax revenues so far this fiscal year. How did you project that forward?
Increasing similarly. So real estate taxes, I was told by the county auditor to expect a drop this year. That did not happen. I think we were one of the few, because I know that the Hancock County, the Finley treasurer sent out an email to everybody in Hancock County because he had a drastic drop. We did not, but we still, I don't think, have seen the effect of the changes in the CAUV value. And I know that, we're looking at what the governor is proposing for, state funding, and any increases we're going to get is going to be earmarked for specific programs. Unfortunately. So we're going to still have to look at ways that we can cut.
Yeah, we're continuing in a belt-tightening mode.
Yeah.
Does anybody have questions or comments about the forecast? We vote on that later in the agenda, but I thought while we're doing the treasury report,
Yep.
Any questions about the monthly treasury report? We need to go ahead and vote on that, please.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Carmine?
Yes.
Brings us to the superintendent's report.
So tonight we have 4 honorees, if you will, who are retiring from the Kenton City School District. All of these people hold a very special place in our heart and have done some pretty amazing things for kids during their career, and it's evident in the work. You can see it in the classroom and just talk to previous graduates about what these people have done. So we're very honored to have 3 of the 4 here tonight. At least that was my count earlier. And we're just thankful because our directional system says that we inspire all to inquire, dream, and excel. And these individuals are role models for us to aspire to be. And so we thank all of you for your contributions to the Kenton City School District and to our kids and to our families. Kathy Abbott could not be here tonight, but she's had 10 years of service in the Kenton City School District and 24 years total, and she's currently our high school art teacher. But Lori Paul is here tonight, and we'd like to recognize her. Lori is at Kenton Elementary School, and she has 20 years at the Kenton City School District and 32 years total. It's quite an accomplishment, so we are so thankful to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You can have the microphone. Next, we have Mr. Tom Taylor. He has 27 years with the Kenton City School District and 30 years total. I know you've had a few different roles here in Kenton, but we appreciate having you. Thank you for being here.
I just hope now that your insurance premiums, maybe they'll go down now that I'm off of it after the last 4 months.
And last but definitely not least, almost was forgotten, but we're so excited to be able to recognize our satellite teachers, and we have an outstanding one that's done our allied nurse and health, and she's presented here several times, I know, over the course of her time here. But Deb Purcell has 4 years with us at Kenton City Schools and 20 years total service.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. And I'll just say a quick thank you to everyone here in Hardin County and at Kenton City School District for being so welcoming to all of the Ohio High Point satellite teachers. We're very grateful. I especially am grateful to be able to end my career here in a community that I love and plan to continue to give back to this community. So thank you very much.
So if you guys are welcome to stay, if you would like to, but you're welcome. We accept that. We're glad you came this evening. Thank you for all your service, and if you want to slide on out, that'd be fine. That'd be great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have anything additional? Written reports? Finance committee?
Actually, our treasurer, Tracy, actually hit most of the topics that we wanted to make sure that were mentioned with the income tax and the forecasting and kind of maybe some jostling that we're going to have to do with that one. I did want to mention that there are some jobs posted on the website for anybody to take a look at, and if they're interested in any of those over the summer. Obviously, we are in particular need. We did see, I believe, a bus driver retire today, so we're always looking for bus drivers. If you're interested in that, please go on the website and take a look at that. We are actually pursuing a couple, I believe it was the Panda Express. We're looking at maybe getting some money funded with, is it a grant?
Yeah, there's a couple of grants that we've written. We received the $5,000 school climate grant for Kenton Elementary School, so that one is secure. We have a $400,000 grant out that we should hear about within the next week or two with ODE about graduation pathways and the newer internships and what that looks like. So it was kind of a grant to get ahead of everything and to be able to fund the work that districts need to do. Through the Leader in Me program, there are grants through Panda Express, and because there's a Panda Express now in Findlay, we hope that we're in the right distance because we were something like 5 miles off from the last grant opportunity. So hopefully those would be some that we could pursue as well.
And that was it, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Facilities Committee?
Yeah, facilities met on May 10th. Got a quote for the high school and the middle school from Capital Aluminum on that secondary wall entrance potential that we've been discussing. Doug's going to look at the boiler system at the high school as far as just quoting it, get an idea of planning costs for replacement. Discuss the tennis court, possible resurfacing. We got to wait for a firm cost on that. And the plan is to put a painting crew together for the middle school to get the interior painted up. So that's about it.
Extracurricular Committee, Sam's not here this evening.
But I don't think we met this
Yeah.
month, but just so that everyone does know, we do have some coaching positions that are available even for the fall. So if you check the website, we're still actively seeking some positions that we'd like to fill sooner than later, especially with summer programs being able to start.
High Point Career Center, Sharon?
Just a reminder that convocation is Wednesday night at 6:30, and that is at High Point.
Yeah.
So,
All right, thank you. And Policy Committee?
Yeah, that's me. Policy Committee, we did meet a few weeks ago. You'll actually see them later in the agenda, actually on 11J, the transportation request form. We're asking to get, I think, approve that today, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're also moving forward with the updating of the smoking policy. So that's actually on 11K in your itinerary today.
All right, thank you. Having the old business, we'll move to new business. Item 10 is personnel items. Have a motion, please.
Carmine.
Rush.
Okay. Anybody have any discussion? Any of those items? Hearing none, we'll move on to vote.
Ms. Stryker?
yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Move on to item 11, authorizations and resolutions. Have a motion for that, please.
Stryker,
Rush.
Second, Rush. Let's get any discussion, questions, comments? Any of those items? You guys are quiet tonight. Of course, within this, we have the approval of our graduate list, and so it's always a good thing to get to that point in the year and approve those graduates and congratulate them, and
hope it doesn't rain.
kind of is the whole point of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Get students to that point, so
Bless you.
Thank you.
that's a positive. Okay, if there's no other discussion, we'll move on to vote.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
And finally, we have a motion to go into executive session.
Rush.
Carmine.
Our time is 7:14. Yeah, the purpose is for evaluation of treasurer and superintendent, so we do not intend to have any further agenda items after we're done, so our meeting will be complete. Do I have a motion for that? Can we do that? Okay, we need to vote.
Mr. Carney?
Yes.
Mr. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Stryker?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes. All right, our German time is 7:15, and our next board meeting will be on June 20th. 7 PM.
And that's a Thursday.
That's a Thursday,
So
right?
we need to mark that, just note the change,
That's
that
right.
we'll be meeting on Thursday instead of Monday that week.
Thanks for the
You'll
reminder.
have to remind me of that.
I'll send it back.
Remind me too, please. I will forget.
We'll go across the halls where I have the computer set up.
But I promise tonight that